everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping for plenty of touches to come their way. It's West's Ravens going up against Ty Montgomery's Packers. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Hi again, folks. I'm Brandon Godden. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And as we all know, Charles, offenses today, they're driven by the passing attack. But Larry highlighted in the open a couple of running backs who might just disagree with that assessment.
Yeah, and sometimes, occasionally you get a game where running backs will match each other, kind of carry for carry on opposite teams. But for the most part, they focus on themselves. How many touches will they get, and can they create big plays for their own team?
And both of these guys, certainly more than 5-10 touchbacks. They're workhorses. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. The MVP of Super Bowl 47 leading his crew out there from Delaware, it's Joe Flacco.
And what a career it's been for Joe Flacco. Began his college career at Pitt before transferring to Delaware, and boys, he carried it over into the NFL. 4,300 yards passing in 2016, a career high.
Carry here for Terrence West. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Seven yards to go on second down. Flacco looks to throw. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on first down. And he lost 6 there on the first down play. Flacco off play action. Looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Packers defense now. Here are the starters, and the guy we want to discuss is Nick Perry, because the Packers have been seeking help from the pass rush, and he obliged last week. 3 sacks.
Yeah, best defense player on the field for Green Bay in the game. I mean, they'll need more from him. They'll need more from others because they have to protect Brett Hundley at quarterback now and try and make things easier for him. So funny, I saw Nick Perry a few weeks ago and had a game with him. He told me that his senior year in high school, he had 36 sacks in that season. In fact, he said he played all over the place trying to hide so they couldn't block him. He said at times he came from free safety and blitz that way. Almost unfair, him on the high school level.
He's got it at the 15. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Red zone opportunity. A red zone first down for Flacco. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it with West. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. From the gun, Flacco. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. So on 4th down, Flacco off to the sidelines. He gives way to Justin Tucker. From the left hash, a chip shot here. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Max Williams from 6 yards away. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Well, that worked out perfectly. The holder took the ball and found his man wide open for a pass and a score on a fake field goal. I love that play.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They juked him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Well, Brett Hundley probably feeling pretty good as he brings out the Green Bay offense because he's coming off that win over Chicago 23-16. And he was fired up at the end of that one, and understandably so. You're trying to fill in for Aaron Rodgers. A lot of detractors wondering, can he do it? But he looked pretty good the other day.
He certainly did, and I often wonder if he talks to Aaron Rodgers at all and says, hey, how did you do it? Because it wasn't like Aaron Rodgers had it easy because he had to fill in for
Brett Favre.
So that progression is tough, but Brett Hundley finally got a win as a starting quarterback, and that'll do worlds of good for his confidence.
Very tidy, 18-25, a touchdown, no interception. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
First carry here for Ty Montgomery. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Time for us to feature cornerback Jimmy Smith, and he's a guy that I would love to match up one-on-one against any of these tall, long receivers that can run in the NFL because that fits his frame and it fits his game. He's a guy who can turn and run with anyone and also go up and contest just about any ball thrown.
Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Come on, let's go!
Now Hundley. Now he'll let it go deep left side. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 42. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. And even 40 yards. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you've got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And there they bring pressure from the inside and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Here's the rookie from UTEP, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Throwing, Hundley. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They begin here with a run by West. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Flacco. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kevin King, the rookie from Washington. 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The return man, Chris Moore. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field and following the pick-6, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The drive begins with a handoff to West. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33. And
there's a run to be happy with. good, solid yardage, he'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll run again here with West. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Looking for 2 yards here on third down. Flacco. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
He'll look to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. They'll drop the throw. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll look to throw, and Adams has it complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back. In that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolved, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense. Still second down.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Now on to kick it away, the rookie from Miami, Justin Vogel. Back deep for the Ravens, Michael Campanaro. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. They start on the ground with West. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 7-all is the score. We're back to Lambeau in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. On the ground, it's West again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Well, on that incompletion, let's discuss San Francisco. They're off the schneid. They beat the Giants, so both of those teams now 1-8. Cleveland, the only remaining winless team in the NFL.
And
again,
for them to get out of the #1 pick sweepstakes, because no one really wants to have that, right? Here's our upcoming schedule. Talk about Cleveland. Jacksonville at Cincinnati, at Los Angeles Chargers, Green Bay, Baltimore, at Chicago, at Pittsburgh. Where's the win?
I think they're going to win this week.
You like them this week against Jacksonville?
They're at home.
I like that one. I'm identifying Baltimore down the stretch.
Oh, you got Baltimore down the stretch. We'll see. I think Cleveland, this is the week. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Let's go!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's caught, Nelson. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys are playing the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
He'll look to throw. They find some open field here. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on here to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Now West. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
This is West. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Flacco from the gun. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, too much oomph. Too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Packers get set to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year, but it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it, proved it last year. 5.4 yards per carry, 4th best in the league. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. And it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
The Ravens on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Flacco. And he's got his man. That's Macklin. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jeremy Macklin, 44 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Set to return. This is Jeff Janis. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes Ty Montgomery and the rest of his offensive mates to take over. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
Here
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Terrell Suggs from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. On second down, Montgomery. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. They're going to look to throw. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. 58 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Well, rule of thumb is that when you have an empty backfield, you don't keep anyone in to help protect, you've got to get rid of the ball pretty quickly. That clock has to be fast. In this case, he held on to it for a long time and paid the price.
2nd down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11.
Come on, let's go!
Looking to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a good kick that time, and he's able to redeem himself from the previous miss.
And fortunately for him, he got the chance to do that not long after missing the first time. Sometimes a whole game goes by, and you don't get that chance at all. So you keep it with you till the next time you take the field.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. All right, let's look now at Jeremy Maclin. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Here's West. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, free safety was there, no gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And now here's a carry heading left. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Second down, Flacco now. He's got it to West on the dump off. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They go play action here on first down. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. first and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Looking left side. That's caught by Macklin. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Zone first down for Flacco. And this is caught. Jeremy Macklin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Once more, it's Flacco to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Flacco to Perriman, and the Ravens have a first. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
They'll try to pound it in with West. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Terrence West taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
It's good, and it's 21-10. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's West that finishes it off with a touchdown run. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ty Montgomery and the offense getting set for their next drive. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. The Packers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9.
Come on, let's go. What?
Now Hundley. Lets it go for Nelson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. Now Campanaro. Oh, look at the juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. It's the turn now of Jeremy Maclin and company again on offense here. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. You know, daytime, he's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in, he was able to get out there quick and fire away.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Packers are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Ravens have looked good on the road, and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Ravens opening drive. The catch will be made deep down the field, and he'll end up at the 15-yard line before being tackled. Ravens later on the drive, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. The Ravens up by a touchdown. 3rd down, inches to go. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Packers take it back all the way for the score. Packers tie it up at 7. Packers on offense midway through the second. Hundley's under pressure will throw the pick. It's Carr making the pick and getting his defense off the field. Offense now with the shot after the interception. Flacco's going to find his mark, and this 2-play drive goes for a TD. Ravens up now by 7. Down so late in the first half. They run it here with Terrence West, and he'd cap off the 10-play drive with a TD. Ravens go up by 11. So that'll wrap it up for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll head back now to Green Bay for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Second down now after the incompletion. Throwing, Hundley. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Packers on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll look to throw here. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Carl Davis coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Packers on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 19.
Let's go!
He'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Terrell Suggs in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
on now as the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On second down, Flacco to throw. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And to give this time to the tailback. Finding room to the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Partner, I think a lot of people thought that Baltimore would draft at least one runner. In fact, they didn't take any skill position players in the draft. So I think a lot's still going to fall on Terrence West.
Well, he did have over 1,000 yards from scrimmage last year, a career high. So it'll be first down here after the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And tough starting field position here. They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. Room here to run. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He'll look to throw. And some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. First down, he'll drop to throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, 49 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
He'll look to throw. It's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Crosby on now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 300 with nothing. That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be run over as he'll be marked down at the 28.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a handoff as they run left side. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Ravens on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is third down and 12. Flacco from the gun. He finds Woodhead out of the backfield. Give him 30 yards there.
Danny Woodhead only played in 2 games last season due to a knee injury. But when he comes out of the backfield on third down, that's usually gold.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. From the gun, Flacco. Looking sideline, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Ravens on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. Flacco fakes the give, sets the throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Nick Perry in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So as it turns out, that sack does not wind up costing him, at least in terms of getting points. They get 3.
Yeah, once you see your quarterback go down the backfield, you think, uh-oh. But fortunately for them, their kicker came to the rescue and made sure they got something out of that drive after all.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
Here we go. 1, 9,
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here we go.
Now a give running left with Montgomery. Montgomery a first down and then some. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. The other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. 2nd down following the run. They'll look to throw. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They're going to look to throw. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
Let's go. Try 38.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. they're the ones that are jubilant.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A give to the fullback on the dive. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Here's a first down run with Collins. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Flacco. Powerful running. And this is caught. He hits Macklin. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jeremy Maclin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And they will line up now for the two-point try. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Nifty move. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Come on, let's go! 38!
Now Hundley. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. 7 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing, Hundley. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go! 38!
Looking to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a creep. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
This is Montgomery. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. 1, 9.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Campanaro on the return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. All right, let's look now at Jeremy Maclin. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on third down. Flacco. And that is incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes Ty Montgomery and the rest of his offensive mates to take over. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. 1, 9. 1, 9.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
drop to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of two. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense. Still second down.
Now back to throw. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
Back to throw here. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordy Nelson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers get a score closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Oh, I think the Packers got it. Yep, Green Bay football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
To throw. His throw incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They look to throw now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll set up a throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now Crosby for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. And to give this time to the tailback. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. First carry for the vet, Danny Woodhill. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out is Brett Hundley and the rest of the offense as they'll take over here. In need of both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion here. Down 8.
It's time to just separate those two in his mind. Okay, the 2-point conversion will have to come later. I remember playing for a coach and hearing him tell our quarterback, son, there's no such thing as an 8-point play. So let's not even worry about that. Get it into the end zone. We've got the 2-point play cooked up, but let's get to that when the time is right.
They'll be trying to focus on the 6. Back to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And they'll spike it here at 27 seconds.